Good morning, and welcome to another Corner Table right here on Martini Lounge Radio. I'm Art Andrews, and just as sure a harbinger of spring is the flower show, so too is the St. Patrick's Day Parade. And tomorrow, right here in Philadelphia, the Irish and those who want to be Irish mark St. Patty's Day with our annual St. Patrick's Day Parade. And my guests today are the parade's Grand Marshal, Jack McNamee, and Parade President, Michael Bradley. Did you know that the St. Patrick's Day Parade right here goes back, way, way back to about the 1700s? It is the nation's oldest and first parade in honor of the patron saint of Ireland. And we will talk with Michael and Jack about the parade right after this. Jack and Michael, welcome to the show. Good to have you here.
Great, thanks for having us.
My pleasure. Now, before we go any further, if I misspoke, why don't you correct it, Michael?
Well, I'd just like to correct you on one thing.
That's
New
fine.
York, the Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day Parade was founded in 1771. It's the second oldest parade of any kind in the country.
All right.
The only one longer is the New York St. Patrick's Day Parade, which is 5 years older.
Okay, so now we got that.
Don't want to get in trouble with the New Yorkers.
Oh, I hear you. I hear. Now, Michael, you were with the Philadelphia St. Patrick's Day Observance Association, and you are the president of that organization. Talk to me a little bit about that.
The St. Patrick's Day Observance Association was formed in 1951, and they were formed to control the parades. There were parades in the Northeast and South Philly to combine all the parades into one parade, and they're the organizing group that's incorporated. There's 27 members on the board, and we meet 6 or 7 times a year. We fundraise all year long, and it's a great group, and proud to be a member of it, let alone the president.
I think people, when they see the parade, they don't realize all the effort that really goes into it.
Well, it's a full year process. There's over 22,000 marchers. It's the largest parade in the city, and the only reason it looks well on television is because everybody's pulling their weight on the board.
Right, and it's be on Channel 3. Is
Absolutely.
that correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, tomorrow.
CBS 3.
Yeah, it's tomorrow. What time is the parade on? What time does it start?
It starts at 12 o'clock noon. It'll run to 3:30
Okay.
p.m. It's also live streaming on the internet, and then it'll also be replayed on March 17th from 11 to 2:30 on CW Philly 57.
Okay, isn't it great with the internet and all the things that has brought? It's just wonderful.
Well, it's great for people that still have relatives over in Ireland. They can watch it live,
Exactly.
and they can watch it anywhere in the country,
Exactly.
and our servicemen can watch it too, which makes it great for the people in the Middle East.
All right, Jack, I want to talk to you now for a couple of minutes. And you are the Grand Marshal in the parade tomorrow. What is the selection process? Well, first of all, have you ever been the Grand Marshal before?
No, certainly not.
Okay, now, what is the process for selecting a Grand Marshal? Do you have to be good
People
friends
nominate-
with Michael, or what?
No, no, you
I'm
have
not
to
that
be
powerful.
You have to be nominated.
Okay.
People can, send in nominations from all the, anyone in the, parade groups can nominate people, and then the board goes over all the nominations, and after due diligence, they vote on, they break it down to about the last 3 or 4, and then it's voted upon.
Well, I guess my question also is, how did they pick you? Where in the selection process did your name come up, and how did you go from there?
Oh, I've been a board member for. And
Okay.
I started out as a marshal on the street,
Okay.
which the marshals are probably the people who do the most work on parade day. Moving lining up the groups and moving the groups up the street, and that's where I started. And then I became a board member.
And you won't be doing any of that tomorrow. You'll be in.
No, I
you'll
won't be
riding.
marshalling. I will be going up the street. And
That's great. What is the route of the parade for those who might not know?
We started Broad in Washington. We go up north on Broad Street around
Okay.
City Hall, and
Okay.
then out at the Parkway at 22nd in the Parkway. The reviewing area and the performing area is at 20th in the Parkway.
What are the elements of the parade?
The main groups, there's dancing groups. There's 25 dancing groups. There's over 40 bands. There's about 25 AOH or LAOH, the Ancient Order of Hibernians, and that make up a big percentage of the members of the parade, and as well as schools, parishes, dance groups, fraternal organizations, police, firemen, basically the whole community.
It's like the Mummers Parade, but it's totally different. in its genre and its makeup.
I don't want to upset the mummers.
No,
The mummers do a
we're
great
not
job.
here to do that.
There's-
No,
I don't
absolutely
see
not.
any
No.
similarities whatsoever. First of all, ours is based. We start with a mass. And It's a
Okay.
religious based.
Right.
It's an
Sure.
organization,
I'll say Patrick.
and then it's really ethnic, more so. The Irish organizations, where the mummers are all different
Correct.
ethnicities,
Correct.
and they do a great job just as well. I mean,
They do. Oh no,
really do.
we have two of the best parades in the country. I think the Mummers Parade and the St. Patrick's Day Parade just fantastic. Talk about the founding and the history of the parade. You want to do that, Michael?
Well, in 1771, George Washington and Commodore Barry got together, and there was a tremendous amount of Irish immigrants and Irishmen that were in the colonial army, and they felt that they should have some kind of celebration. They had left Ireland, and Commodore Barry, being from Ireland, organized the first parade in Philadelphia in 1771, and that's how it got its start. Now, they've been different routes, and I'm sure they had their splits, and they were in Northeast Philly and West Philly, and there were different parades, but this group organized them in 1951 and kind of got everybody together.
So the parade as we know it goes back to 1951.
The parade as we know it goes back to 1771 in Philadelphia. It's just the group that organized the St. Patrick's Day Observance Association is leading the parade. Have only been in the last 57 years.
And the St. Patrick's Observance Day Association is made up of groups of Irish groups from throughout the entire city.
They are individual board members, 27 board members, and they're probably from every organization, representing every organization in the city, in the surrounding suburbs as well, though.
Okay, well that's good.